Hey guys, this is Jennifer Starr, that is. And I was just so excited about the haves and the have-nots. I just wanted to come and give you a few notes. I wanted to give you my reactions and predictions for it. So I have my notepad ready, and I'm about to tell you what happened. Well, most of it. Anywho, okay, so it started out with Veronica sending flowers to Erika, and I knew this was a ploy to lure Erika out. Know what I mean? So she could see her, see how she looked, and also, maybe confront her. I knew that this was going to happen because that's Veronica and that's how she moves. And then afterwards, they move along with the basically lawyer consultation that she had with her son Jeffrey as well as Candace. Now, I knew that Candace was going to be reluctant, but I also knew that she was going to have to tell what happened. And I'm just so happy that Jeffrey was there. I know Jeffrey may seem like a snitch at times, seem soft, but he knew that his mother would be able to get the both of them out of this issue. So he went ahead and let his mama know what happened. And I'm happy that he did, because it's crazy, it's different, but for the first time, not Erika, what's her name? Veronica, as well as Candace, came together as one on a few notes. Just a little bit. Because Veronica she was so funny. She was shading Candace literally the whole time, talking about how her horrible labels were, not labels, her knockoffs were making her labels itch or something like that. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong, but she was funny nonetheless. But anyway, they basically figured out a loophole that since the bank, took the house, technically the search warrant would not be able to be served like that because it's not her home any longer since Candace was the one under suspicion. So that really works out. Tyler Perry must really be talking to the lawyers and stuff, trying to see how law works and see ways to get through things and things of that nature. Moving on. Okay, let's think. All right. Yeah, she was laughing at her a lot. Veronica was very mean through that. All right. Wyatt. Me and my mother, we want Wyatt to die because his storyline is just so annoying. But if you think about it, at the end of the day, if Wyatt's gone, Jem and Catherine don't have too much to really be talking about. They really have no point of being together. Well, they have no point being together now, but they don't have too much of a story, if they're not worrying about their son. So I don't think Wyatt's going to be dying anytime soon. We're just going to see a whole lot of sadness. But I hope he eventually gets out this drug stuff because I'm annoyed with it. But just to move on with what he did, he drove into the hood searching for drugs because his original dealer, he was like, I'm not going to sell drugs unto you anymore because you almost killed yourself. So no more drugs for you. So Wyatt drove to the hood where he killed a baby and hit what's his name? Benny, yes, out in the hood. And what happened after that? His eyes were all gaunt and everything. They did a really good job with the makeup, and he really looked like he was feeding for real, like he really needed a hit of something so that he can satisfy that drug need. Unfortunately, he was not able to satisfy his drug needs because Quita was out on the stoop, or whatever you want to call it, talking about how, she missed her brother, blah, blah, blah. Candace did something to her brother, blah, blah, blah. I'm so over that character, and I just can't stand the southern accent that she has. But anywho, he drove up. Her and her homies went to the door. It was a very nice car, and they stole his wallet, and they got in his car and had a gun to him and all that stuff. But literally the whole time, I was saying all Wyatt had to do was mash the gas. Just mash the gas. You got a fast car. Mash the gas. They had a gun in the car pointing at him, but even if he would have just mashed the gas, he would have been fine. Which I guess, drugs and withdrawal make you do crazy things and not think too much, but, he's basically about to get stole on. Is that what they call it? I'm not familiar with hood terms. Anywho, next we have Benny. He's still, really upset that Candace never came. And eventually he gets a call from Mitch. Mitch is calling from jail, basically warning him, saying that War got out of jail. And basically he's going to come kill Candace. And you better go get your sister before she get killed. And Benny's mama, I forget her name. Why do I forget her name? Benny's mama. Whatever. She was, very much so against him leaving the house to go take up for her again. But War did horrible things to her. I wish Benny would have said, well, he raped your daughter. Why are you taking up for him? Truth. But whatever. Around the end, David and Jem, they talked or whatever. David went ahead and told Jem Jem told David that Catherine killed Jennifer and gave all the backstory and stuff like that. And you know what? I almost missed something, but I'll say it afterwards. Catherine killed Jennifer. And basically they confirmed it. And David just pretty much said that I'm over Veronica and I'm just determined to not be with her any longer. Just as determined as I was to be with her. That's really nice because no one could comprehend why he was even sticking up for her, staying with her for so long. It made no sense to anyone, but I'm happy that he's moving on. That's a blessing. David and Catherine, when David and Catherine were together, after, I think, Jem! Why I mix up names so much? Ugh! Jem and Catherine were together. It looks like Jem was like patching her up a little bit more, whatever. And what Jem did was pretty much put her on trial, like right in front of her, whatever, asking all these questions about what happened and all that stuff. And she was basically convicting herself over and over again. And she just went ahead and said, yeah, I killed her, all dramatic and stuff. It's nice. But he really did show her that she would none of this would ever hold up in court. And Catherine has truly lost it. But I think I like the lost it Catherine and not the all put together Catherine. I think I like that. It's better for TV. And I think we got it. If you have any opinions and things of that nature, if you have any predictions, and you know what, speaking of predictions, let me give you one. This is what I think. I really think that Erika is either with War, working with War, or together with War. And here's how I know. I don't know for sure, but I know. When Erika and Candace was beating up that social worker, all throughout that time, for some reason Erika kept on, like drilling it in Candace's head. You remember what War did to so-and-so. You remember what War did to whoever. Basically trying to warn her of what's going to happen if she don't get War that money. If that was a friend of mine, we'd be working on how we're going to get this money rather than you continuously warning me on what War's going to do to me. I didn't think that was odd until the day when Erika was on the phone with Candace, and Candace asked Erika, how do you know that War is getting out of jail? She told some cockamamie lie. And then she said, wait, hold on, I didn't really get a real answer. How did you know that War was getting out of jail? And she said, Jennifer told me. That's my connect. When Jennifer was dead to the floor in Catherine's house. And we all knew that. Of course, they didn't know that. So, she's blatantly lying. And how else can she really know that War is getting out unless she's speaking to War? I don't know who else she would have any kind of connections with. Because if she had a connection, she would have said the person's name. I'm just saying. But I think y'all gonna see that down the road. Erika is working with war. Mark my words. Yes. Anywho, I hope that you have a marvelous day.